Hi everybody, it's Christina at Scrapcraft and Stitchery, and guess what? It is the happy Monday, 6th of October, 2026. So today I am working on hashtag Toni's October ATC challenge, and the prompt is spooky tree. Now, here is going to be my problem on this is I decided I want to do index cards for this challenge. You can do an ATC card, you can do a yes, so she wants you to do a ATC card because it's an ATC challenge, or you can do an index card, or you can do a tag. And she's put out all of the prompts in advance, which I love, by the way. Love it when I can get prompts in advance. So I decided to do index cards, and I have 3x5 index cards, and I've cut them out already. So the question is, what are we going to do with this? Because I want to put these into a book that is a book that you open like this. So I have this very small format, and for Spooky Tree I'd like to do something tall. So I don't know. And also I'm drawing these because that's what I decided to do for this. So what are you going to do, Christina? I'm gonna make just a little grassy hill here. This is gonna be fun. I think I have some ideas for a spooky tree, but it's gonna be small. It's gonna have to be at least a little bit small. I love trees and drawing trees, and now I'm making it smaller by actually putting myself into this. So it's gonna be kind of a wide tree. It's gonna be a wide spooky tree, and that'll be fine. We can do that. Let's make this going up. What makes a tree spooky? That is a very good question. I have an idea for how to deal with that. I'm going to use up all of this vertical or horizontal space for making this tree. I'm just using a Posca pen. And I only have the one. I should go ahead and get some black and some so for making this a spooky tree, I think it's just going to be a silhouette of this tree coming out, right? That's what you want for a spooky tree. Is for it to definitely be just a silhouette. And it's on this hill. This is kind of the thing. I want these to be fairly, I don't want to get too incredibly caught up in like doing something super difficult for this. I wonder if I should just go ahead, maybe, just jumping in and doing it. Let's not second guess ourselves, right? Keep on keeping on. I am having a great time with this challenge. It is just really a lot of fun. And part of it's just Halloween is obviously really kind of a fun holiday where you can kind of really let your imagination go wild. It's fun to be a little scary sometimes. You could be a little scary. You could be take it in a cozy, warm fall direction. I think this tree is looking pretty spooky so far. I think it is. I like it. We're gonna add a little bit more to this, I think. But I'm just adding some branches. It's just been growing out here all summer and the leaves have left. And some ghouls are about to come. And I'm going to use up all of this pen. I'm just going to fill this in a little bit down at the bottom. If I can. This would be better if I had a very and then I'll kind of keep going. Do I want to add any other colors to this? That's a very good question. I don't know. I could add a lot of things, but since I'm working in a little bit of miniature here, I am working a little in miniature. Just because, like I said, I mean, I haven't left, but this is not like you get a lot. I really love that purple and black. It looks so good. Okay. Now. Okay, now there's some things we could certainly add to this to make our tree a little bit spookier. And what I was going to add, we could add crows. We could add owls. I do think that looks totally spooky. But what I was thinking was it would be fun. I was thinking it might be fun to add a little ghost up on the hill. He can be hanging out of the tree. That's kind of what I was thinking. There's a ghost hanging in the tree. And actually, I mean, and this is just some tissue paper. There's some white tissue paper. We can make some little ghosts. That's way too big. Okay. Okay. This might work a little bit better. It's so tiny. Okay. Taboo. We need very small pieces for our very small ghosts. And I'm just gonna roll this up. I'm afraid that like when I glue them down, even a little bit of glue is gonna like kind of make them a little more see-through since they're just made out of tissue paper. I think three. I think three tiny little ghosts hanging up in this tree will be super scary and spooky. Okay, so I'm gonna glue these guys down, and then I think I'm gonna ink around the edge of this card to make it a little more moody, and then I think I'm just gonna leave this as like a silhouette of a spooky tree with these ghosts kind of hanging out up here on this little hill. And thank you so much for hanging out here with me and seeing what kind of nonsense I can get up to. See if I can do this without ripping my tissue paper ghosts. See, they're a little bit more see-through once we get them glued down. This one's a little bit bulkier. It's fine. They're all gonna be a little bit different, which is part of the charm of these guys. Do check out the hashtag. It will be linked below, and also you can go to Toni's page and see what she's up to and follow her. She's very fun and creative. This is, I think, what she loves the most is Halloween and Christmas kind of crafts. Check her out. She has a fabulous page channel, and follow around and see what everybody else is doing for this challenge, because it's just a super fun and creative one. Oh, hello Nova Amber Wild. You're here to say hello. Yes. I am going to find a little bit of a marker. Actually, here's a black pen. Black pen. So all I want to do, Grim is taking up the whole cat bed, so you're going to lay on my stuff now. Yes, you're a beautiful kitty girl. I'm gonna throw you off the desk. Throw you right off. She's such a sweetheart. She is such a sweetheart. Yes, you are. Everybody wants to be on the craft desk. Okay, I'm gonna finish this up. So I'm just gonna draw a little suggestion of a line. So we can imagine that these ghosts are kind of blowing around here in the wind, and somebody has tied them up here, and they're not just apparitions that have appeared on their own. Oh my gosh, I think it's so cute. Okay. This is so much fun. I hope you guys are playing along. Having just too much fun with this. So much fun with this. I want to give this kind of like a really vignette. Is that what that's called? Kind of a feeling. Yes. So, yeah, that is what I wanted. Okay. Are you guys spooked? It is a spooky tree. This one was an easy one. I can tell that my paint marker is not completely dry. Spooky tree, done. There are a lot of really spooky, fun things you could do with spooky tree. Of course. You could spend a whole month and do a different tree every day. Okay, but that is my spooky tree. Spooky tree on a hill. I met the challenge and figured out how to get this tree onto this tiny card, and I even started out by putting it on a hill. What do you think? I think it's cute. I guess I could give the ghosts some little faces, would be fun. I'm gonna leave them. I feel like they're just so tiny. So I'm gonna leave them just as suggestions and not do the scary faces, but that would be fun too. Maybe we have ghosts. I don't remember seeing ghosts on the list, but I bet you it is. And we can do ghosts and ghouls, maybe, I think is. Ghosts and goblins. We'll put faces on our ghosts for that. How's that? And that will get us. I love it. I actually really truly love this. I love drawing trees. This one was fun. I will see you next time. Until then, stitch scrappily and scrap happily, and I'll see you tomorrow for, I believe it is, no,